Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. As you can see, I'm starting off with my face totally bare, but today we're going to do a get ready with me and I'm going to talk a little bit about my recent trip to Rome. So I just got home 2 days ago and it was amazing. I was there with my mom and dad and my grandma as well, so yeah, it was just amazing. But yeah, let's just get into it. So I have an idea in my head of the eye look I want to do, but it's not like I have never done it before. So yeah, we're just gonna play a little bit with makeup and then we are going to talk a little bit about my trip. But yeah, as I said, let's just get into it. So I'm going to start by taking the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 05, and I'm just going to do one eye on camera and then I'm going to do the other one because otherwise I think it will take just too long. So yeah. As I said, priming with this. So now that this eye is primed already, I'm going to go in with the black from my Panda palette and I'm going to take that on a flat brush and sort of pack that on. But yeah, as I said, Rome was amazing. I had never been to Italy before. And I was definitely pleasantly surprised by just the atmosphere and the people, and everyone was so nice. And yeah, I was just very, very pleasantly surprised. I've been to France before. I've been to Paris and Nice in France, and then I've been to Barcelona in Spain. And the people were definitely nicer in Rome than in both like Spain and France, which was really, I don't know why I did not expect that, but I just didn't, and it was really like a pleasant surprise, I guess. But yeah, we arrived on Sunday. As I said, I just got home 2 days ago. We arrived on Sunday, and then the first day we just did one of those hop on hop off buses because we really enjoyed doing that. And since we had my grandma with us, she's like over 80 years old, so she couldn't like walk around a ton, so we started by taking just an hop on hop off bus on the Sunday and like eating some nice food and stuff and just walking around. And yeah, that was really, really nice. The bus it's like when we went to New York a few years ago, like 2015, we also did the hop on hop off buses, and that was like the first time, and we really enjoyed it because then it was like a live guide that talked in a microphone, and then you had like headphones and then he was talking, and that was really like you got a lot of information. But yeah, both in Barcelona and in Rome it was like an automatic or like pre-recorded voice. On the Monday we just sort of, I have just packed it on, so I'm just going to go like lightly with the same brush around the edges to sort of soften the edges a bit. But yeah, as I said, we went shopping on the Monday and we went to Fontana di Trevi, which is a fountain where it's a really, really pretty fountain. I will insert some pictures. And then we also went to, maybe that was the only thing we did and like shopping. But then on the Tuesday we went to Colosseum, which was really, really pretty. We also went to some, I think that was on the Tuesday as well, we went to like some crypts where they used, because Rome was, before you could not bury dead people in the city, so you have to take them outside of the city, and then they have like crypts where they put all the dead bodies, and then you can like walk in or walk down into them now. So we did that. We took like the hop on hop off bus out to the crypts, and then we took like a guided tour, and it was really like amazing how the crypts were like, yeah, just corridors like down into the ground. So yeah, it was really cool. And then as I said, we went to Colosseum. We also went to, or Colosseum was really, really cool as well. We had like an audio tour as well, like you could listen to different stops. And we were also there like in the afternoon, just because we heard that there were so many people, like you had to queue to get into Colosseum. So we went there in the afternoon hoping there wouldn't be as many people, and there wasn't. There was no queue at all, so we didn't have to wait at all to get in, which was really nice. But then we didn't have like a ton of time inside of Colosseum, but we have one of these like audio things where you could listen to them talking about Colosseum inside, and like I enjoy that. I just felt a little bit like you were walking too much with the map of where the stops were for these like audiobooks, or not audiobooks but like the audio guide, because then you like stopped at one stop and he was talking, and then you went to another stop, and then the voice was talking again, and then you went to another stop. So I wish we had like more time to just explore Colosseum. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really nice. It's like unbelievable how old all of these buildings are, like the Colosseum and the Pantheon. We also went to the Pantheon. I will insert some pictures. It was really, really cool. It was a bit, maybe a little bit underwhelming because you've heard so many like great things, but it was definitely a cool building. And I heard some trivia which I thought was really cool, that it used to be all in like bronze, like the metal bronze, or like the, yeah, you know what I mean, not the metal bronze but the mixture of metals in bronze. And so the whole thing used to be bronze, and then they took the bronze from the Pantheon and made it into stone instead, and they took the bronze and they made the altar in the St. Peter's Church, which I thought was a bit funny. And they also did that to the Colosseum. They took marble and stones from the Colosseum to build the St. Peter's Church, which is, yeah, it just says a bit about how the people like were thinking at that time. This is looking really crazy. But yeah, so then on the Wednesday we went to the Vatican. So we went to the museums, and then we went into the Sixtine Chapel, and then we went into the St. Peter's Church. And we took like a tour because we heard again that we would have to like wait a long time to get in. So we took like we paid for a guided tour, and you had like your headphones, and like he was speaking into a microphone, and then that sort of, you got that straight into your ears. And it was the same thing with the guided tour. Like you didn't have time to fully explore the museum when you were following him around everywhere, and he just chose some specific places to stop, just because at some place there was like a ton of people. I've never been to like a museum or anything like that where there were so many people. Like it was crazy. I will insert a picture. We walked through like a gallery. I think it was called like the Gallery of Maps. So the sides had like maps, old maps, and then the ceiling was super pretty, but there were so many people. So he just stopped at like certain intervals to like talk, and then you couldn't really go around and look at everything. But it was still really cool. And then we went into the Sixtine Chapel, and you're not allowed to take pictures in there. And there were so many people in there as well. Like it was completely full. Like people were standing as if it was like a concert, you know, when you're standing in front of a stage and people are like packed together. It was like that, but people were just standing and looking up into the ceiling. But it was really cool to see all of the like paintings in real life, like the creation is in there, like the picture. It was really, really cool to see that in real life. So I need to stop talking and start doing my makeup. So I'm going to take this Seafoam Green from my panda palette, and then I'm going to blend out the edges where like it's looking really rough right now. So I'm going to basically take this and try and fix it. And then we went into the St. Peter's Church, and that was amazing too. Like it was I'm not sure, but it has to be one of the biggest churches like in the world. And I'm not like religious. I have no religion. So I guess if you do, then I think it's even more like crazy and impressive. But like right now it's just very, like the architecture is amazing. It's huge. Like the church is, I don't know, amazing. I did like because when I went into the St. Peter's Church, I was like looking up, and I felt a bit, you know how you feel a bit weird, like how much money they spent on that church and how much that money might have been needed in other places, or like how hard the working situation might have been for the people building the church, and like as I said, all of the money and everything they put into that church. Because I've also been to the Sagrada Familia church or Basilica, both are basilicas, in Barcelona, and that just struck me as more impressive in a way. And like they have like stained glass in the Sagrada Familia, and the light just like the stained glass, just it's so pretty when the light falls on the like windows, and then that sort of shines into the church, and you have all of these different colors like on the walls, and it's just really, really pretty. And it's more of like an understated beauty in Sagrada Familia, and you also know that they are still building it, and like they are building it with money that comes from people buying tickets to get in. But in the St. Peter Church, I think it's completely free to get in, and yeah, it just feels a little bit different, if you know what I mean. Let me know if you ever like feel like that when you see. And I guess it's just because I don't have like a faith basically in the church, so I'm like more prone to think badly about it, I guess. But yeah, it was definitely cool. And if you go to Rome or Italy, I definitely recommend going to Rome. I definitely recommend going to the Vatican City, because it was definitely something I will never forget, and something I'm so happy I did. And I definitely think I would go back to Rome, because I was so impressed by the city, and like the people, as I said, they were so nice. And I would definitely go back to the Vatican City as well, but then I would not do like the guided tour. I would just go there by myself and feel like I had a bit more time to just walk around and just admire. Like they have a ton of marble statues in there, and yeah, just walk around and admire those and all of the paintings and stuff. And now that I have that sort of a little bit blended, I'm going to take a flat brush and some NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to spread out the glue, like doing like this on my hand on the brush, and then I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. And then I'm going to go into this Tammy Tanuka or like sigil inspired pigment, and I'm just going to leave here the name of the pigment since I don't have that on the jar. But it's a really, really pretty pigment, and I'm going to just grab that and put that all over my lid. Doesn't really go with the crease, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the other eye and clean this up a bit and think what I want to do from here. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I'm back and I did the other eye. I also added some white dots in here because it was looking really, really dark, and I'm actually going out in this, so I wanted to bring some like lightness back to it. So I think I might add some dots like out here as well to bring some lightness in the outer parts as well. But yeah, let's do my face. So I have this, I'm going to do some first impressions in this Get Ready With Me as well. But first I have this Becca First Light priming filter. So I got this off a Swedish website that is really similar to eBay. It's called Tradera, and it's sort of like auction based. So yeah, maybe not really like eBay, but yeah, you have like auctions, and there are no like stores in Tradera, or they only have like people selling their stuff, and then it's like auctions and then you bid. And so this was on that website, and it was in the wrong section. So instead of being in the makeup section, it was in the book section, and I was looking like in the book section because I don't know, I just got a new bookshelf and I just want to get some books. So I was looking into the book section, and then I saw this one there. So I paid like $5 US for this, or like 50 svenska kronor. And it's completely new. Like this is 425 svenska kronor on the Swedish Sephora website. So yeah, this was a really good price, and it's completely new because I can see in the pump that it has never been pumped before. So I was really happy to find this one there, and lucky that they put it in the wrong section and I was just happened to be looking in that wrong section. But yeah, I'm going to be using this today. It's a very pretty color. This is like one of my favorite colors, this like lilac. It feels very thin, but maybe I should like, but it sounds thin in the bottles as well. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna shake it really well, then I'm gonna pump it out again and see if it's the same. Yeah, it's the same consistency. So it's a very thin consistency, and it feels kind of moisturizing. It's a little bit tacky, not like super tacky. Doesn't smell like anything, but yeah, so far so good. For foundation, I'm going to go in with this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in 00 Light Natural, because this is the only foundation I have basically that matches my fake tan right now. It's not my favorite foundation because sometimes if I get oily it just sort of wipes away. Like the other day I was wearing it and then I was looking into the mirror and somehow I had just wiped away everything that was here on front of my cheeks, and then I had like blush and bronzer and highlight like left in like a, it was a line right here where everything had just gone off. So yeah, that looked a bit crazy, but let's apply some of this one. And I'm just gonna blend that out with a sponge. We also had some really nice food when we went to Rome. We had a lot of pizzas, a lot of pasta. I didn't have too much pasta, but I did have a pizza like almost every single day. Lucky we walked a lot because I didn't like gain any weight when I was there eating pizza like every day. So that was lucky. Which was really nice of like, as I said, we had my grandma with us and she's over 80 years old, so, and we were walking around a lot, and I'm just really impressed that she was able to do that. And she was definitely like, one day we walked almost 19,000 steps and she was walking with us like the whole time. So yeah, I'm really impressed that she was able to walk so much with us, and yeah, I'm just really happy about that. Like, had I been there with my boyfriend, we would probably have looked into some restaurants before and like, yeah, tried to find more like better food. But I know like with my mom and dad and my grandma, we would just like take the first place we found when we became hungry. So I knew there was no like, no use in trying to plan out to go into like a specific eating spot. But if I go to Rome again, I would definitely do that. Like trying to find more specific places to eat. Just because we ate at a lot of like the touristy food places. And now I'm going to use a new concealer. So I didn't pick up a lot of makeup when I went to Rome, but I did pick up a few things. So I got this concealer, and this is from the brand Mulac. So it's an Italian brand, and I had heard about it before because I think Angelica Nyqvist has done like some reviews or some looks with some eyeshadows from them. I know I've heard about it before. But I picked up this concealer, and then I also picked up 2 blushes that I'm going to use. I didn't pick up any of their eyeshadows because I just felt like I have so many eyeshadows in my collection. I would probably just feel bad not using them enough if I brought them into my collection. So yeah, I picked up the concealer and 2 blushes, and as you can see I picked like the 4 pan. So either I'm going to buy from their website because you can order and get it here to Sweden. It wasn't too expensive, it was like €4 I guess. So that's sort of like $4 or like a little bit more. But so there are two spaces here that I could either buy something from them, or I was kind of lucky because I have these blushes from H&M that are in this like old packaging, and they look like this, and I really like these ones, and they are the exact same like dimensions as these blushes. So I could also depot these and put them in here, but these are like super used, so these have like dips in them, and these ones are completely new, so I'm probably going to use these for a while until they look a bit more used, and then I will depot the H&M ones and put them in here as well, just so that they sort of match each other and the H&M ones won't like totally disturb the prettiness of this new palette. But yeah, let's just go in with the concealer. It has like a really huge doe foot. It's 5 milliliters in here, so half the size of a Tarte Shape Tape, but like more than most concealers, I would say. But yeah, it has a really big doe foot, and I got the shade 02 Self Obsessed. So in the airport, they only had 02 was the lightest shade, but on the website I saw they had a lighter shade, so I guess 01. I don't know what that's called, but I think this is actually a good match for me right now that I have when I have my fake tan. Just gonna put this where I need it and then blend it out with the sponge. It's definitely like a perfect color match for my face, maybe not as brightening under my eyes. It's not like complete full coverage, but so far it's looking really nice. It blends nicely on top of the foundation. It doesn't like remove any coverage from the foundation or looks weird whether they meet, so far so good. I'm gonna apply a tiny bit more just here on the inner part of my under eye. It's not like wowing me, it's not gonna take the place of my Tarte Shape Tape, but it definitely looks nice, and I'm definitely going to be happy using it again. Like, it's not, I definitely don't dislike it. And then, as I said, I need to set the foundation really well with powder, because otherwise it just disappears on me. I have set it with powder when it disappeared as well, but probably not enough. So I'm going in with a loose powder from Makeup Store on a big kabuki brush. So today is Saturday, and as I said, I'm going shopping with my boyfriend because we have a like graduation ceremony on Wednesday, which is going to be really fun. Unfortunately, he did not manage to get a spot on the ceremony, so he won't be like on the ceremony, but we still need to pick up some new pants for him that he can wear that day, because he needs to look a little bit more smart than he usually does. But it's going to be so nice because his family will be coming down, like his mom and his sister and his older brother and the brother's girlfriend will be coming down. And first, like, his mom will be coming down on Tuesday, and then she will sleep here in our apartment, and then on the Wednesday, like, my mom and my dad and my grandma will be coming here, and then we will go to the ceremony, like my part of the family, and then we will meet up with my boyfriend and his mom, and then we will go to lunch, and then his, as I said, sister and brother will come down here, and then we will have dinner at in our apartment. And it's going to be the first time that we have like a dinner, or like get together with my family and his family, so I'm really excited about that. I know it will be like a great time, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm also a bit nervous because this is definitely TMI, like too much information, but I went to one of those like cell sampling, I guess, of the like uterus, and I had some like abnormalities, so I have to go again, and I'm gonna do that on Wednesday, and it's just gonna be like a really short time before I need to be at the ceremony, so I'm a bit nervous about how that whole day will like come together. But yeah, hopefully it's nothing, like it was only like small abnormalities, so hopefully it has healed out by itself before Wednesday. I think that's the most like normal thing for it to do, and otherwise I don't, because they are small, I don't think you actually do anything. I'm hoping you don't do anything. That's the reality of being a woman, I guess. Going to like cell samplings, and I'm not really excited about doing the whole squeezing your boobies thing. I think here in Sweden you have to do that from the age of 40, I think. Like it's mandatory, or you get called to do it. I just used the blush that I'm panning in my whole collection, Party 10 pan, and now I'm going to take the balm loumanizer for highlighter and put that on my cheekbones. Let me know what you have been up to lately, if you have any like travel plans for this summer. I'm really excited because in 4 weeks from yesterday, it's midsummer here in Sweden. I think I've talked about it before, but we're gonna have a party, and I'm super excited about it. Like we have a lot of friends that will, because I have a lot of friends that live in Stockholm, which is basically 5-6 hours with cars from where I live right now, and also from where I used to live before. So I'm going to, like, we're going to borrow my parents' house, and then we're going to have like a party there with the friends that come from Stockholm, so they will have to travel to me instead of the other way around, which we always do, where we travel to them. So it's going to be so exciting, and yeah, I'm super excited about it. But yeah, now I'm just going to do my brows off camera, and then we will finish up the eyes. Okay, so brows are done. Let's continue with the eyes. So I'm just going to take the same flat brush we used before with the same seafoamy green shade, and I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line. Taking it pretty far down, since like the upper lash line is so dramatic, I want to match that with the lower lash line. My goal is to hit pan in this seafoamy shade before my next update on my Panda palette, and I don't think I will be able to do that. I'm getting a bit nervous with my family here and like his family here next week. I don't think I will be wearing too much like seafoam green. I will definitely not wear something like this. That will be fun. Then I'm just going to take a small brush, and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. I'm going to take the white shade in my Panda palette. There was a sale on Beauty Bay yesterday, like a crazy sale. They had like eyeshadows from Makeup Geek for like $2. So I did pick up quite a few things. I didn't spend like a ton of money, but I got a ton of things, so I'm super excited about that. I also picked up like a eyebrow palette from Suva, just because I've been talking about it before, that I want to experiment with like powders on my eyebrows, and I've also been doing more makeup on others like during the spring, and so I feel like I need something that will cater to a lot of people. But yeah, now I'm going to take the white that I used before. This is the like Suva Hydra liner in Space Panda, so it's the white one, and I just have this like paintbrush. I'm just going to take some water, like I have normal water in here, and then just take it on the tip of the brush, and I'm just gonna put some dots out here. I need to be closer to the mirror. To save some time, I applied my mascara, lashes, and then also lipstick, and I applied the ColourPop lippie sticks in the shade Aquarius. I think that looks pretty nice. But yeah, here's the finished look. I just realized how I forgot to use these. Like I just used the blush that I have in my whole collection per the 10 pan just because I was excited to get back into it, just because I brought another blush with me traveling. So I didn't use these, but I will use them in an upcoming video. Hopefully I'm hoping I will do more like full face or get ready with me's. If you like them, let me know down below if you think that I should do more of these. Just because I want to use more makeup on camera, basically. That's like how you best can see how they work, and that's the way I feel like I can talk about them the best. So yeah, let me know down below if you think that I should do that more. But yeah, as I said, here is the finished look. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I like the dots. I like how that sort of brought more life into it. And with the lower lash line and then the crease, I feel like those brought it like back together, because with the crease and then just the blue on the lid, it was looking a bit weird. But now that the sort of seafoam is framing the eye, and then you just have the blue on the lid, and then of course my nails match the seafoam. But yeah, pretty happy with how this turned out. And yeah, that was it for this Get Rid of Me. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. I know it's a long video, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!